Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video we're going to be taking a look at something very interesting. I'm sure that a lot of you guys read the title for this video and are like, what on earth is this? What are you going to be talking about today? What we're going to be talking about today is this new app that came out in the Microsoft Store called Windows 1.11. No, this isn't some secret version of Windows from 1985. This whole thing started a few days ago. Honestly, I want to say like a week or so ago, when I was on Twitter and I noticed that Microsoft, out of nowhere, suddenly had basically rebranded their entire Windows Twitter account. They like put the old 1985 logo, like the very first Windows logo, as their profile picture. They changed their banner, and they started just tweeting all these like ads for Windows 1.0 as if it was a new thing. And I didn't really think much of it. I just kind of thought that Microsoft was trying to bring some nostalgia into their advertising, because it's something that a lot of companies seem to be doing nowadays, and it really works because people love nostalgia. And come to find out, this entire thing is basically an advertisement for the new Stranger Things season. Stranger Things Season 3 came out a couple of days ago, and this entire thing that Microsoft has been doing this entire time was basically to promote Stranger Things Season 3 through this new app that they have. I'm guessing they have some deal with Netflix, I mean, because this is just so bizarre, but it's super funny, and it's honestly really cool, and we're just going to be taking a look at it today. A lot of people had actually, when I actually started to read a lot of the replies to some of their tweets, a lot of people kind of were thinking this had something to do with Stranger Things, because Stranger Things Season 3 is set in 1985 and Windows 1.0 came out in 1985. So yes, this new app did come out today, July 8th, 2019. And you can get it in the Windows 10 store, in the Microsoft Store, on your computer or whatever Windows 10 device that you're using. So this is the app loading up right here, and you can see that it kind of loads into like a MS-DOS-ish sort of mode, and it starts to play the Windows 1.0 startup screen, although it's got like some music going on in the background. And it just says Netflix to watch Stranger Things 3. It's like just a huge ad, basically. So when you first click anywhere, that happens. What you have to do is go throughout this game here and find hidden files and, you know, kind of unlock extra applications to open, basically. Now you can see that they are definitely going for that Windows 1.0 look. You can absolutely see that here. There are a couple of inconsistencies. For one, there's a close button up here. That was not a thing in Windows 1.0. And I should say also, I should totally warn you guys here, because this is probably a lot of you guys are gonna find this hilarious. I have actually never seen a single episode of this show. I've never seen Stranger Things at all. So those of you guys who are watching, and I assume most of you know what this show is about, you guys know all of these little inside jokes and kind of what we're going to be talking about, or what these programs are going to be talking about. I have no idea. So I'm just kind of looking at this from a Windows user, perspective, somebody who has kind of done videos on Windows 1.0 before, and I'm kind of going to be comparing this game to the actual OS. Obviously, it's not meant to be a real OS. This is just a game. This is just something fun that they're doing, and I find it really cool. But that being said, there are a couple of inconsistencies that I do want to point out. Number one is there's an X button up here. That was not a thing in Windows 1.0. Obviously, we know, if you've ever seen my videos on Windows 1, or if you just know from using it even back in 1985 or checking it out in a VM in the modern day, all of the window controls were contained in this menu up here, and they're still there. You have minimize, maximize, and close. You see we have some sounds here, and those are not from Windows 1.0 either. Those are from Windows XP. At least it's a slightly modified XP sound. When we go into About here, you can click on Help, and it plays this sound. That sound obviously wasn't in Windows 1.0 either. And it just kind of tells you basically about like what you're going to be doing in this game and what your goal is. What you have to do is keep on the lookout for glitches, and so those are kind of identified by, you see what this readme.txt thing is doing, how it's kind of glitching out there. That's kind of something to get your attention, because the game wants you to actually click on these and go into them to basically discover more programs. So you see, when I open that up, it came up with this little reward here that says unlocked one file. I can press more info, and we've just unlocked terminal.exe. So I go ahead and press OK, and this just kind of tells you more about the game. It says be on the lookout for strange glitches. They will help you to uncover new experiences. And we can again actually go up here to the right, or to the top right menu, and click close, and we will actually close out of it. So that's again definitely a major inconsistency, but they're still definitely going for that old Windows 1.0 style look here. This looks very, very, very similar to the regular MS-DOS Executive. They even have all of like the color schemes right. Obviously, this is Microsoft who actually made this game, so I would hope that they would try to recreate their OS in the best light, and they've definitely done that. So let's go ahead and open up terminal.exe here, and this is where you're going to also notice like some major differences as well. So it just straight up says Windows 1.11 detects strange things. Press any key to start a system scan. So we just press any key. It starts to load this thing called the backup command line tool, and then it starts to play some videos here. Now I probably am going to have to cut out a lot of this stuff, because it does actually play in some areas. It will actually play scenes from the real show. So obviously that is, copyrighted material that I'm not going to be able to show. So just to kind of let you guys know that if you see things cut out or blurred out or audio muted, that's why, because I know that YouTube would instantly pick up this video and put a copyright claim on this video, which I'm trying to avoid. So it says unlocked 5 files. Just by doing that, we've unlocked 5 more files. We can press more info, and you can see that we've got a couple of things here that we have unlocked. So we go ahead and press OK. And just to show you, when we go back into this terminal right here, you really only have like 2 commands that you can do. If you would try to type like a regular MS-DOS command like dir or CLS, it just says command not recognized. I honestly think it would be pretty cool if they kind of implemented some little Easter egg, by typing in like a real MS-DOS command. The only commands that you can type are help, which comes up with this help menu, and then it tells you that you can type either help or D20. D20, again, I assume has something to do with the show. I have no idea, because again, I haven't seen an actual episode of the show. But what this does is, it just kind of says, welcome to D20, roll the dice by typing roll to choose your fate. And you just basically type roll, and it gives you back a number. So it says that I've rolled 10, I've rolled a 13, and when you keep rolling, and when you get to 20, oh wow, oh okay, see, there you go, there was a major glitch there too. That just closed out of the entire program. So we have this folder / images. I don't think folders actually showed up this way in Windows 1.0, but it just kind of lets you know that it's a folder. You can go into here, same, there was no like back button in Windows 1.0 either, but all of these are just .doc files, and we can open these up. I should also say that this is kind of going to be like a technical analysis and kind of pointing out things that probably nobody really cares about, because this is a game. But .doc files, .doc files do require Microsoft Word to open them. So when you try to open these, you just open them up in like what looks like a regular text viewer. Although this doesn't even really seem to be text. This is like just somebody's handwriting. So this is more like a PDF than a doc file. So again, that's just kind of what I'm going to be doing throughout this whole thing, is just pointing out things that probably nobody really cares about, because this is a game. But I just kind of find it funny that they're doing this. So there you go, you've got 3 doc files in here, and our next glitch is the paint program. It was at least doing it earlier, so see, there you go. It's kind of glitching out there, trying to get us to actually click on it. And this is pretty much a very, very good recreation of the regular paint program. You see, we've even got like the cursor there. Now you can hear there's some background music playing. I don't know if I'm gonna have to like actually mute this or not. But when you start to draw, you can't actually press on anything else. The only, oh, okay, well, I just accidentally clicked down there, which I was trying to avoid, because this is what it does. So you can't click on anything up here to like change your tool, but when you start to like draw here, you see that it kind of really just glitches out and kind of creates all these other cursors on the screen, and eventually they all just start drawing. and this actually starts to unlock a scene from the show. So this I'm gonna have to totally cut out or blur out or something, because it actually will start to play a scene from the show, which is pretty cool. And it says unlocked 2 more files. We can press more info, and now it has unlocked this Starcourt floorplan.msp, which is a MS Paint file. They do have that file extension correct. That is definitely very, you know, something very minor that they did get correct, because the paint files were called MSP files. And we also have unlocked a video, a .vid file. So we'll go ahead and press OK. And this is the Starcourt Mall floor plan. Again, has to do with the show. So we're just going to go ahead and use this eraser tool that it now has selected for us to just erase over this, and it kind of creates a map here. So there you go. And then it plays more scenes from the show, so I'm going to have to cut out. So we can close out of that, and after viewing that video, we've unlocked even more files. We've unlocked another video, we've unlocked another image, and 2 more exe files. Now here is something that is totally not consistent with Windows 1 at all, and that is that we have these video files that when you open them up will play like full HD footage from the show, which obviously this OS was not capable of in 1985, playing 1080p video. There wasn't any computer that was available to consumers that could play 1080p video in 1985. So now we've got this code-red.exe, which I'm thinking like is the computer worm code red, but I don't know. I guess that has something to do with the show as well. It again just opens up and plays another scene from the show to give you some more hints. And that's basically what it is. You're basically just going through this game, trying to find more hints. I'm not going to do the entire thing here because I don't really want to spoil anything for you guys who actually want to actually try this out. People who actually have watched the show that will get everything and be able to actually solve this game. You also, when you go to the About menu here, you get a shortcut to go to the Netflix app, and which will just, if you have the Netflix app installed, it will just open it for you so you can actually go ahead and start watching Stranger Things. You also have this link to the Stranger Things 3 game. There is a game in the Microsoft Store called Stranger Things 3. And then you have a privacy warning, which will just come up with this warning window, and that just will open up a proper, you know, privacy notice, legal document, you know, that sort of stuff that I'm sure everybody reads, right? Anyway, so most of these things in here you can't actually, like, they have like the file view special. I mean, most of these menus were in here, although I don't think there was an about menu. I think there was just a special menu. This is where you would actually go to close out of Windows. Pretty much all of these are completely blanked out. You can turn subtitles on if you want to, and then this restart experience is what will actually reset the game. But that is basically it, guys. That is a very brief look at the Windows 1.11 game from Microsoft. Again, a very kind of bizarre thing. You had a lot of people too thinking that they were doing that to kind of possibly release Windows 1.0's source code. You had a lot of people saying that was something else that I heard. It was either this is something to do with Stranger Things, or they might be releasing the Windows 1.0 source code to the public, which would be pretty cool. But it ended up turning out to be a Stranger Things advertisement campaign, and it includes this game that, again, I will have it linked down below for you guys to go ahead and check it out. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Again, this is something that we don't really normally do on this channel, but it still has to do with Windows, and we do cover a lot of Windows stuff on this channel. I thought it would be pretty neat. So be sure to let me know if you guys enjoyed this one by giving this video a thumbs up, and by leaving me a comment down below if you guys have any thoughts or any future video ideas, as I always enjoy reading what you guys have to say. And as always, I just want to thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.